Ulholiwahi, Tutula, Ulholiwahi, Tutula, Ulholiwahi, Tutula, Namwasiza. Ulholiwahi, Tutula, Ulholiwahi, Tutula, Ulholiwahi, Tutula.
Thank you so much for watching Deliverance to read the day today. I believe we bless wherever you are. And it's a warm welcome to my story. And today I'm having Honorable Wanyonyi who will tell you further about himself. And I believe about what you're going to be inspired. Welcome.
Thank you.
Your names, please. Maybe I've been said them well.
My name is Wanyonyi. I'm a member of parliament for Westalnds in Nairobi County.
Were you born in Nairobi?
No. I was born in Western Kenya in Bungoma County. I came to Nairobi in 1985 to go to school.
Before you came to Nairobi, you were born in a family of how many people?
We are a family of so many.
Like 50?
My father has two, I say I have two mothers. My mother has 10. My other mother has 12. So we are like
10 and 12, 22.
22. A full football team we can form.
Yeah, you can. It's a
Yes.
Some people like us, we are from very small families.
Yes, as we have very large family. Yes.
How was life like in a family of many kids and many people as you were growing up?
Very interesting because, you know, in a family of so many, you learn to fend for yourself. You learn to make sure that you fight for space. Because my father was a very tough man. He is still alive, but very tough. He will tell you, if you are not ready, the next one will move on. And he was very particular.
It's you to fight for your space.
You fight for your space. If you get it right, then you are on the road. But if you get it wrong, my friend, you'll be the one looking after girls at home when the others are going to school. So it was fight. It's like what do you call it? A survival for the fittest.
So there was nothing like kubembelezo while you were growing up?
No. From the very early age, you know now hard work. It's the order of the day.
You were child number?
Number 7.
Number 7. That means you had elder brothers.
Yes, I had elder brothers, sisters, and it was interesting. Sometimes you reflect when you go back and you find how you sit together, share a meal, do many things together. It's very interesting as a family. In fact, I miss being in a large family.
Each and every time you admire that life.
Yes.
Then you went to school.
I went to school in Bungoma. I did my primary there. I did in our time, O level.
Were there challenges in terms of school fees now that you are many in school?
There were challenges, but my father had his way because he was a primary school teacher. But as many as we were, he managed to organize his things that nobody was ever sent home for school fees. He will take you to school with maybe 100 shillings. You know, school fees those days was not much. He pays 100 shillings and with a letter. And then faithfully every month is delivering something. And sometimes he will deliver even farm produce to cater for school fees. And we found it going. But later on, our big brothers and sisters, when they finish school, they joined and helping him with the younger ones. Yeah.
So it wasn't a challenge when it comes to school fees?
It wasn't, but we also learned to do other things on the side because, like, I don't remember, my father will never give you pocket money. He will never shop for you. He will do for you school fees. These other things He doesn't know how you'll go to school.
Only school fees and the other
Only
things you have to provide.
The other things, either the mother provides or you do it yourself. But
Did you ever do a side job while you were schooling?
we used to do it. I used to farm. I'm a very good farmer even up today.
So it was like a normal thing to
Yes.
do.
I'll farm. I'll grow vegetables and sell. I used to have a camera. I'll go around the village taking photographs and get very interesting life.
You get something.
Yes, and I was never broke. I was always good. People thought my father is very rich, but you put on a brave face when
Yeah.
things come around. You just make sure you live in that position where you have placed yourself.
What was in your mind all through while you were studying? Because every kid has a goal. I want to be this. I want to be this. What were you aspiring to be?
I was greatly inspired by my brother, and I just wanted to be like him, my brother Moses. And all along, because he had gone and became a magistrate, later on he became a lawyer, and I just felt I wanted to be a lawyer like him. But along the way also I used to play football, and I thought I'll play football like Pele, the great Brazilian. But somehow I realized in Kenya at that time football was not a career.
Yeah.
If you got injured, that is the end of it. That's the end of
No
you.
one to take care of you.
Nobody to get care of
Your
you.
bills are not paid.
And also, the other thing was that most footballers were not people who are well educated. They just people who are there living in school and it just ended there. Very few went past high school. So I didn't want that kind of life. I just wanted to be to have good education and get something good for myself.
So after O level, where did you go?
After all level, I joined Nairobi school as in A level. I did my A level Nairobi school, and in Nairobi school I joined rugby team. Now Nairobi school football was not popular like it was in Western Kenya.
Yeah.
So I had to play rugby, and then from there I joined university.
Going to do what in university?
I went to do law. I never
Exactly. You never, you didn't do away with your law thing.
No,
You
no.
being like your brother.
It was just the only one I selected in my career. Normally we are given a career form where you select three choices.
Yeah.
Me, I put law.
Everyone.
Yes.
So you joined and you did law.
I joined, I did my law, and then from there I went to law school. After law school, I joined my brother's law firm.
All through who was paying your school fee?
In the earlier stages, my father, but in the later stages, my brother paid. Yes. Yeah, and it was. I think life was tough, but not very tough. I can say.
In fact, being that you had someone ahead of you,
Yes.
it wasn't so tough.
It was tough, but not very so tough. Because, like when you are coming to Nairobi, like now he was the only one in Nairobi. Other than his place, there's nowhere else you can go other than maybe going out. Yes. You will have just to be disciplined with what you do.
Is he your blood brother?
Yeah.
Was there conflict between the other family and your family? Because it's something which happens in many families.
Polygamous family, the head of the family is the determinant of everything. If it's weak, the families, there will be squabbles all over. Children will fight, the wives will fight, and all that. And you'll find no peace. But my father, he was a totalitarian, I can say. He wielded a cane anytime. However big you are, he will just thrash you if you misbehave.
So it was equal treatment in both families?
Completely. There was nothing like maybe favor somebody's favored. No.
What is your advice to families watching us today and maybe they are from your background, and there are some favors from this. You find like this one is favored more than this one. What can you say now that you grew up in those families and they're still there?
I think somebody who has to bring up a family, he must learn to do justice to everyone in the family. When you create favoritism between children, then you kill the morale of some of the children, and you may even destroy them, because children believe what they are told. If you are told you are foolish, you believe you are foolish, even if you are not. If you are told you are this and you believe, then you are that. And then, if it is a matter of discipline, it has to be discipline across the board. Whoever has done anything wrong, it must be dealt with according to the discipline according to anyone else. Because many families, the failure comes about when the man fails to control the family, especially when it's a polygamous family. Because one, there will be rivalism between the wives.
Yeah.
So unless he controls them, they will be very chaotic. And I've seen many families collapse. I've seen many children, one family progresses, another one fails, because of the failure of the head of the family. So this is something that you can learn from strong families. And you've seen strong families, even those which were there a long time ago. You don't see any failure in those families. Most of them, they made it, they went strong, and they grew up with a lot of discipline.
Yes. So if you are the head of family, you have to remain in your position.
You have to show that you are the leader of this family. You don't have to be cruel, but just make sure you are tough and firm in whatever you do. Because if you don't make tough decisions, you'll find children, they learn from, they are very quick at copying and learning from you, and sometimes they even imitate you, and you'll find that if you are doing something wrong, they will just go and do the same things you are doing. If you are drunkard, they will be drunkards.
That's true.
And they will never, and if you are doing anything wrong and they see it, you can never tell them anything.
One word to your tough father.
He made us. I believe I owe it to him, because some of us were so naughty, and without his being very, very tough. And also, he valued education more than anything else. Nobody, even if you are weak, he will push you through school. He will make sure you go through school until you have a certificate. He used to say, you must end up having a certificate. It will take you somewhere. And that is something that even the person who was the weakest in the family ended up with some form of certificate, which has taken him somewhere. And that is something that you should be emulated. Education can make people advance or grow in whichever way. And it can make you rise to become anything. You can become even the president of this country, you can become the doctors, any career you want. It's only education that can take you.
At any point, have you ever thought of having a polygamous family, like your father?
Times have changed. Today, I think we men of today, I don't think we can manage those kind of families. And even the modern woman, as much as even now our law says you can marry more than one wife, it's a tough call. Anybody who tries that, you'll be bringing, unless you want to go to the grave, you want to go to the grave early. Yes, because no, it is.
In the modern society,
for me, it's a no.
Thank you so much.
For me, it's
Putting my story to that beach today, I said we are having at Honorable Wanyonyi who has explaining his story, and I believe that which is because there's something we are saying that the children don't go far.
Uloluwahi, tutula, uloluwahi, tutula, uloluwahi, tutula, namwasiza. holy